Been a while since I've come on live to you guys. I'm just going to wait and see if many join. See notification. Let's see who pops in and says hello. Who gets the notifications? Who's clicking their bell? Hello, somewhere in time, Tarot. Hello, Michelle. Oh, pop up, you guys. Let me know who's in the room. Just thought it'd be really nice to like just come on and sort of just have a bit of a catch up with you guys because it's been a while. And let you know how I'm doing. I tell you what, I'm bloody sweltering in this heat. It's, oh my God. Fucking sweaty Betty, seriously. Ugh. Alex D, I'm feeling hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Da, 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 da. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Hello, Georgia, my sweetheart. I'm okay. I'm okay. I've got loads to tell you guys. Loads has happened in the last week. Lots to tell you. Hello, Nancy. Oh, Alex, found it's better than the snow, but I overheat really easy. See, I don't know. I kind of like the snow, you know, and I kind of like the idea of like, you know, central heating on, and I don't know. I love the sun though. You guys know me. I love my sun and I chase the sun when it's not around. But at the same time, it's sort of like, oh God, this is just to the point where it's uncomfortable heat. You know what I mean? It's humid and it's uncomfortable. And I think you know the difference between like when you go on holiday, like to the coast, and you know, being in a built up sort of urban area in this kind of heat. There's a massive difference, you know, because like at the coast, like, or if you go on holiday somewhere, you're at the coast, you're at the seaside, you get the sea breeze, and I think it's less humid. Like in a built-up area, like, you know, it feels so much worse. It's just so uncomfortable. It really is uncomfortable. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm just going to wait for a few more people to join, and then I'm going to let you guys. Oh, hello, the one. Hello, my darling. Nancy, miss you, doll. Hope you're feeling well. Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I've had some really sort of, I've had some news, let's just put it like that, in the last week. They're still poking and prodding me and testing me, but, you know, I'll get into that in a minute. I'm just going to sort of hang on for another sort of few minutes to see if anybody else joins. If not, I'll just jump straight into it. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Hello, Elise, my diamond Danae. I'm okay. The one. Hello, my sweetheart. Somewhere in time, Tara. Yeah, I have been staying in with AC, cleaning all day, trying to catch up with my house stuff. I know I did the same. I've literally been doing the same. I mean, I've got this gorgeous, like, Mexican pine TV cabinet. And when it came, it wasn't treated or anything. So I decided to paint it with, like, a white gloss. Oh, my God, Charlie, I swear to God. He only, literally, not long after I painted it, he went and put Octonaut and Paw Patrol stickers all over it and a fucking red stamp all over it. And the amount of times I've tried to get that stamp off was unreal. In the end, yesterday, I just got the gloss out and glossed over it. I tell you what, it looks so much better, but my God, he's had a right telling, you know. But that's what I've been trying to do, just like catch up on things around the house that have kind of been overlooked, you know what I mean? But oh my God, I was furious with him. It's white as well. It's white. And I bought these like gorgeous little crystal diamante like little knobs for it as well. and he'd got a sticker on one of them. And when I got a knife to try it. I soaked it with like warm water and then tried to get a knife to sort of peel the sticker off it. And the whole sort of panel off the front of the Diamante just popped straight off. And now I've got to replace it. Oh my God. I know, kids. I know. He's a right little bugger at the minute. He thinks he's just been man of the house, boss of the house. And I'm sort of like, fighting a losing battle here, I think. Keep telling him, no, I'm the boss. I'm the voice of authority. You listen to me. And he just laughs at me. Oh, dear. Kids. That's kids for you. Look, 6 weeks holidays into it. The kids are off school now. And it's sort of like, well, summer holidays for what you Americans call it. And it's sort of like, oh, God, it's just so demanding. So demanding. Have you tried lemon oil? I don't really keep lemons in the house, The only time whenever I buy lemons is when I've got a really bad cold. It's the only time I buy them. Otherwise, I don't really keep it in the house. My son ripped up a chair with scissors. He scraped the wood and blamed it. Was the cats? Oh, God, yeah, I've had that. Oh, God, I've had that before as well, where they've done something and he's either blamed it on his sister or he's blamed it on someone else who's been here, like one of my nieces or nephews. It's never Charlie that does it. Oh, God. Hey, Candy. So, anyway, you guys, I suppose I best get into this then. So, oh, God, where did I last leave off with you guys? I've got brain fog, I swear to God. It was before I went for the blood test, wasn't it? I don't think I've updated you guys on that, have I? Because obviously, the thing is, I know that obviously health reasons got nothing to do with the tarot, but this is just to my subs who are obviously concerned why tarot's not been as available as it usually is, you know what I mean? And it's all down to energy levels. If my energy is completely zapped, you're not going to get a good reading. That's why some have been delayed, some haven't been able to hit YouTube yet. And it's just a simple case of being patient with me. You know what I mean? I just don't, my point is I don't want to give half-hearted readings or half-arsed readings, you know what I mean? Just because I'm feeling tired. I'd rather sort of wait for a moment when I'm sort of pinging and I'm okay, and then I can get them out, you know what I mean? So that's just one of the sort of my things that I just wanted to throw out there, because obviously energy and the tarot, it's all connected, isn't it? So, and we have to be careful with these things. Right, Michelle, you're updating me now. You were going to be poked and prodded on Tuesday. I was poked and prodded on the Tuesday, and then this wasn't Tuesday just gone. This was the Tuesday before. And I waited and I got a letter on Thursday. Results were back very quickly. And the letter just basically said, it didn't give me any sort of clues or anything. It just sort of said, you need to call the surgery. We need to talk to you about your blood test. So I thought, okay. Yeah, okay, let's do that then. And I called the surgery and they said that they needed to book me in for a telephone consultation. And I said to them on the phone, you know, I hate these telephone that's what it's become like in the UK. For those of you that are already in the UK know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you that are abroad, listen to this. Trying to sit face to face with your own GP, general practitioner, is like trying to get through the three-headed dog that guards the gates of Hades. I shit you not. It is that hard. So they're trying to tell me to do this over the phone, to give me my results over the phone, with, you know, i.e. not there and then. When I called up, that was just to arrange the phone appointment. So I was already pissed off. And I said, I need to see a doctor face to face because I've got things physically that are wrong that I think are connected to these blood tests, that I need to actually sit with a doctor face to face. She says, we've got no appointments. Okay, what about tomorrow? No, we've got no appointment. What about the next day? What about the next day? What about the next? It was literally like that. She says, we have got nothing. So I was like, right, okay. So we're on the phone with my GP earlier on this week. And she says to me that it was exactly as I put it. I tell you what, you guys, my intuition at the minute is just spot on. It was exactly as I put it. My body's not absorbing nutrients. So, and that was obviously for its own reason. So obviously B12 was even worse, which I kind of knew. I told you guys the other week, I knew it was, because my energy levels just dropped so drastically, you know what I mean? It's such a short space of time. I knew it could only be that. But she also said I wasn't absorbing magnesium, zinc, or vitamin D. So me, who loves the sun, is vitamin D deficient. It beggars belief, doesn't it? It really does. So I was like, right, okay. And when I spoke to my GP, I said, can you personally book me in for an appointment to come in because I need you to see me? And luckily, when she actually heard what I was going through physically, you know, she was like, right, yeah, definitely, you've got to come in. You've got to come in. So I was like, okay, cool. And she saw me on the Wednesday. So I went, yeah, it was Wednesday. I went in on Wednesday and I saw her, and she took one, put it like this, you guys, she took one look at the skin on my feet and she was like, you get pins and needles? Yeah. You get numbness? Yeah. Hands seizing up. She asked me a few things and I told her everything, you know, to me, muscle cramps and stuff like that. And she just looked at me and said, I'm diagnosing you with neuropathy. That's exactly what this is. And I was like, I just knew it. Absolutely knew it. Absolutely knew it. She was like, I'm confirming it, and your blood tests coincide with that as well. So I was like, right, okay, that's one kind of thing that's out the way then. At least they can fucking treat it now. I've waited long enough, you know what I mean, you guys? How long have I been having energy problems for? It's been so long, you know what I mean? And finally got to the bottom of that. And then obviously, like, we got into a conversation about my B12, and they've started me on the injections, like, proper started me. It's not just the odd treatment here and there, it's full on now. So I'm dead pleased about that. I've got to have them like every other day for 2 weeks, and then it's every 3 months for the rest of my life. But again, I'm just pleased that they've actually sort of managed to see me face to face. That was my biggest problem, is them actually seeing me face to face, so that I can actually get a care plan in place, because that was the one thing that I was lacking. I was just being treated as a one-off, as and when, you know, for I'd say the last 2 years, instead of having a proper care plan in place, which I've finally got now, you know what I mean? So the only like hurdle that I've got left now is to find out why my body's not absorbing, because obviously I've got my own take on B12. I do genuinely think most people are deficient in B12. I kind of think that's one of them things. But as far as the other nutrients go, my body's not absorbing those either. So they're going down the path of there's something going on that's stopping my body absorbing the nutrients that it should be. So tomorrow, I've got my last coffee. This is my last coffee in my lad for the night. In half an hour, I've got to fast for 12 hours. Yeah, I'm not happy. It's like 9 o'clock here in the UK, and I've got to fast between 9:30 at night and 9:30 in the morning. So I'm literally like, you expect me to have to go without my coffee? All I'm allowed is water. All I'm allowed is water. Oh, I'm doing it though because I need to. I know I need to, but I'm seriously like, oh, I love my water. I mean, I love my coffee. I can't take just drinking water. I'm just going to do it though. I'm going to do it. I've got to. I've got no choice really, have I? But yeah. Oh, let me read through some of your comments. Georgia, Kay, we care about your health. Reading comes later. Everything comes once you are healthy. Please don't stress yourself. Oh, thank you, my sweetheart, Georgia. Me and you are definitely going to have a catch up at some point soon. Oh, Elise Diamond Dene, same here, K hate phones info. Yeah, defo. Candy, try the oregano oil. I've not actually heard about oregano oil. Definitely something to look into, isn't it? Michelle Alex, what are they being paid for? What are they being paid for? Well, to be fair, I don't actually blame them, you know. I don't. Because every single time, because sometimes you can't even get through on the phone. And when that happens, I will purposely walk down to the surgery to try and get an appointment, because the surgery is literally like straight across the road from my mum and dad's house. So I'll sometimes just purposely walk down there and just go into the surgery, and I'm not kidding. Overcrowded, overused. Basically, how can I put this? And I don't want this to come across as harsh in any way, but I think common sense has to play a part in these kind of things. When you have such mostly uncontrolled either legal immigration or even illegal immigration, mostly illegal, the UK doesn't tend to have a very harsh stance on illegal immigration. And basically when that happens, they're not unchecked, and by the time they come in, they can fill forms out very quickly to get in to use NHS services. And unfortunately, the UK government's not meeting the demand. You need supply to meet demand. And when you've got too much demand and less supply, that's when people start not receiving the kind of care and treatment that they should be. And that is the problem in the UK at the moment. It's not that I've got a problem with it. I actually, one of the doctors who I saw last week, she was a very, very sweet, beautiful Muslim lady from Africa, and she was absolutely amazing. She was actually the one that kick-started my care plan. So it's not so much they've got a problem with immigration, it's a problem with the government. The supply is not meeting the demand. We've got too many people coming in and we've not got the resources to keep up with that. So obviously, and you can clearly see it when you do walk into a surgery, it literally is so full all the time, you know, and literally everybody's got 5 minutes in, out, in GP surgeries. You're in and out within 5 minutes. And that's the problem. What the UK government should be doing is investing so much more money into the NHS than it is. I mean, it gave it the slightest fucking boost this year, but it was literally, it probably wasn't even enough to sustain one GP surgery being built. You know what I mean? It wasn't anything. And that's the problem. That is why, you know, so I know we sort of say, what do we pay them for? Well, they kind of are doing what they are paid to do. It's just that they have got so much workload on at the moment. And think about it, the more people coming into the country, signing these forms, being able to get NHS care without really being checked in, you know, legally they can do it, as long as they proclaim that they've got something seriously wrong with them, whether they have or they haven't. And let's be honest, not everybody's going to be honest about their medical past. Some are going to over-exaggerate. Some are going to twist the truth in their favour. You know what I mean? It's perfectly natural to do that, I think, sometimes. But at the end of the day, again, when you've got one doctor to, you know, so many patients, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. There's no wonder I've not been able to get in. Let's just put it like that. But again, it's not the fact that they're not doing what they're paid to do. They really are. It's just that, in fact, they're probably being paid a lot less for the kind of work that they're actually doing. I think most GPs should get a pay rise. But then again, I think that there should be a hell of a lot more GPs in practices as well. You know, I think in my doctor's surgery, at any one time, there's only about 3 or 4 GPs, when really there should be 10. They are severely understaffed. It's ridiculous. So yeah, but anyway, let me move on to read through some more comments. I knew it was that B12. I had the same problem as you did. I was fainting the whole time, being pale, and I was extremely tired all the time. So I keep progressing slowly. Yeah, I'm really happy too, Georgia. Seriously, I'm so happy. Somewhere in time, Terry, Kate, I have the same thing for over 12 years now. I get the injections every 5 weeks, just had the last week. I have to have them because I can't function. Unfortunately, you get used to them. Yeah. Well, I actually had one on Thursday. I had one on Thursday. I was like, well, pleased to get it. Trust me, I was ready. My whole body was ready for it. I think my nerves were ready for it as well. Kathy, get well soon. Okay, thank you so much, Kathy. Diamond Dene, same as us in Canada. Yeah, Georgia. Oh, somewhere in time, Taro, bless your soul, dear. We both know the pain. You and Kay are angels who are going through tough life tests when it comes to health. Yeah. Candy. Oregano is a herb from the earth. We use it to cook with. Oh, I know that. Yeah. I mean, like, I'd never heard of oregano like oil, you know what I mean? For this kind of stuff. And some cultures use oregano for healing purposes. See, that's what I didn't know. Essential oil. It's usually locked up behind the counters. Do you know, I might ask my chemist about that. Thank you, Candy. Someone tapped out K. Plus, I get injections for severe nerve damage from being in a car accident. These are different injections beside them. Trigger point injections. Get about 30 of these in the neck and back. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm yet to sort of find out what they're going to do about my neuropathy because at the minute they're just sort of putting more focus on my B12, you know what I mean, and obviously also trying to figure out why my body wasn't absorbing it in the first place. But I've got a vague idea of what was going on because she's tested me for 2 things. The first one was celiac disease and the second one was diabetes type 1. I'd be very, 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 very fucking surprised if the diabetes one comes up positive because, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel diabetic. You know, I don't know. I think the celiac's probably a bit more believable for me, I would say. Are you RH negative? What does that mean, Candy? RH negative. I'm intrigued. Okay, same problem going on here too in the US. 2, overburning the system. We want to help everyone, but not at the expense of our own people. I think that is really what it is. It's like I said before, I've never had an issue with immigration. Like I say, I mean, honest to God, it's people like that doctor that I saw last week. It's people like her that I suppose remind you of how lucky you are to have such wonderful people actually want to come in and help, you know what I mean? And actually want to help you, actually not just fob you off, not just be 5 minutes in and out, but actually sit there, listen to you, and actually truly want to, you know what I mean? It's people like her that have restored my faith in immigration, let's put it like that. But at the same time, what the government needs to understand is you need supply to meet demand. You know, most of the people in power in any government are business people. They have plenty of businesses. You know what I mean? I know that Theresa May and her husband own a few businesses, and you know, plenty of people within the government itself, you know, business owners. And if you cannot grasp the idea that you need supply to meet demand, you're a fucking idiot. It's as simple as that. Then again, I think they are fucking idiots anyway, so. But you know what I mean? You either put a check on it and, you know, not stop it completely. I'd say stop the illegal immigration. I think that takes the piss a little bit, if I'm perfectly honest. I think stop the illegal immigration, and on the check to, you know, legal immigration, sort of keep it going at a steady pace, you know what I mean? But definitely scrap the illegal, because I do think that is one of the main reasons that sort of why everything's just getting so overcrowded so fast, because it's unchecked. When it's legalized and it's checked, you know, the government's got prior warning as to how many people are coming in and how many people they can accommodate for. When it's unchecked, the government doesn't have time to do that, you know what I mean? I mean, they wouldn't do it anyway, but again, they just don't have time to do that. And that is the big big, massive problem with that, you know what I mean? And it lets people like myself down who have been fighting for treatment for 2 years. And I think that, especially in my case, this is the reality of what that kind of stuff does. So when people moan at me and say, oh, no, even illegals are what, you know, this, that, and the other, and I'm sort of like, okay, that's fine. But say you get a long-term health condition that you need care for and you're put on a waiting list, are you going to be happy? Of course they're not. Of course they're not. It's just the way it goes, isn't it? But anyway, so glad you are getting B12 shots. Yes, I'm finally getting the B12 shots. Seriously, you guys don't. My poor nerves were so ready for it. I swear to God, I was sat there and I was like watching my nurse prep it up, and I'm seeing her like every other day for 2 weeks, and then it's slows down after that. It's like once every 3 months. And I was just sat there watching her do it with a smile on my face, like, And she looked at me and she was like, you're really ready for this, aren't you? And I was like, I really am. You've no idea. You've no idea. Honestly. Hi, trying harder. Wow, I didn't realise there was that much of a shortage for GP. Seriously, Alex, Michelle, seriously, it is really fucking bad over here. I'm not even over it. Let's just put it like this. Something that was spotted 2 years ago in my bloods, it's taken 2 years to deal with it because it kept getting brushed under the carpet and pushed to one side. And like I said to you before, one-off treatments every now and again. You know what I mean? There was never a permanent solution. So, yeah, it's 2 years pretty much waiting. It's bad. It's very bad. Yeah, Candy, blood type. Most people are RH positive or RH negative. I think I'm A positive. No, I'm not. I'm O positive. I'm O positive, sorry. That's my blood type. I'm O positive. I know that my brother has actually got one of the rarest bloods types in the world. He's O negative, I think. Yeah. And he's constantly being asked to donate blood all the time because his blood's so rare. But yeah, I'm pretty sure mine's O positive. Is an antigen in the blood? No, nothing like that. Alex, here in Canada, we don't have phone services for GPs. That's why I'd asked. Yeah, well, they've introduced it here in the UK now. Phone consultations. Can't always see people. It's that bad. And 9 times out of 10, when the phone consultations are done, it's late in the evening after phone surgery hours. Do you know what I mean? It's honestly. Georgia, have you tried to take B12 supplements? Well, yeah, I have over the years. That's one of the first things that the doctors told me 2 years ago. Try taking B12 supplements, and my body just wouldn't absorb it. That's the problem. You know what I mean? And it's the same with other nutrients as well. My body's just not absorbing it for some reason, which I'm obviously having the blood test for in the morning, so I'll find out in the morning. Or not in the morning, later on in the week after I've had it done. It takes a few days for the results to come through. But yeah, I have tried. But if I'm perfectly honest, I watched a documentary, you know, actually here on YouTube about B12, and I spoke to the doctor as well the other morning about it, because I put a post on my person, because I've got 2 Facebooks. I think most of you guys know I've got one that I keep just for me, my family, you know what I mean, and my close friends, and then I've obviously got the tarot one. And like I posted on my personal one, you know, just to sort of let my own family and friends know that I was finally getting treatments and stuff. But put a post about this the other day. There is a little bit of a conspiracy surrounding B12. There is. Do you guys want me to go into it? It could be long-winded, but I'm prepared to do it. I don't mind, but like, there is a bit of a conspiracy surrounding B12. I suppose I could just give you the outline of it. So basically, B12 is actually one of the most vital nutrients for your body, but like your body doesn't produce it. You can solely get it in your diet. And the problem with that is B12, a lot of people will say, you know, B12 comes from meat and dairy products and some fish. And yeah, that's all true. That is all true. But it is harder, more so now than ever, to get a sufficient enough quantity of B12 in your diet to stop you going deficient. Put it like this: more people now than ever will be B12 deficient and not even know it, because B12 comes from the soil. Okay, don't get me wrong, you can get it in fish, but in very, very small quantities, not enough to sustain the full nourishment you need from it. But normally B12 actually comes from the soil. Okay, and the problem is, especially if you don't eat organic, the pesticides and chemicals that go on when veg is being grown, and the grass that the cows and the animals eat, if there's pesticides and shit like that all over it, it kills the actual B12 components in the soil, so that the actual product itself no longer contains B12. Yeah, GMO issues is what I mean. I won't go too much into GMO. I think you ought to see Alex Jones for that one. I'm sorry. Alex Jones and his gay frogs. But anyway, so it comes from the soil, and also the way that the actual animals get the B12 in, the way you get B12 from animals is because they eat the natural grass, you know what I mean? And obviously if it's on a farm where veg is grown and chemicals are sprayed, it's going to contaminate that grass as well. So that's why my point is you'll probably find that you never get enough B12 into your diet to stop you from being deficient for that reason. And I don't recommend anyone switching to an organic diet willy-nilly, because at the end of the day, the land over the years, I mean, pesticides have been used for years and years and years, and even on organic land, you can still bet a pound to a penny that somewhere in time it's been contaminated. You know what I mean? So even that's still not, you know, it's better. It's a better option, definitely. It really is a better option, but it's not a guarantee. B12 supplements aren't always a guarantee either, because they contain different kinds of, there's three sort of factors that group together to make B12. And there's something to do with the cobalts. And I'll tell you what explains it better than I can, is that Dr. Edward Group, I think it is. If you YouTube, so if you're concerned about any of this, you know, just search for him and he'll sort of explain it better than I can. I mean, he does this little advertisement thing on his thing, but to be fair, if you just ignore that and listen to the information, it's no different to what you can research on Wikipedia or anything. You know what I mean? It's all true. He's got evidence to back it up. But he sort of explains it better than me, but there are these like factors that group together to make the B12. Two are actually really, really good, and the third one's actually really, really poor. And it's usually the third poorest one that they actually put into the supplements. That's why they are over-the-counter supplements and not the real deal. You know what I mean? Like what you get in the injections. So they're not always actually going to, again, stop you from being deficient. And also, there's another problem with absorbing B12 as well, is especially if you suffer with a lot of reflux and gas and you take a lot of anti-reflux drugs, you know, like Rennie or Gaviscon or anything like that, it can ruin the lining in your stomach. And something called the intrinsic factor, which is what actually absorbs the B12. If you haven't got that because of a chemical that you're already taking, such as Gaviscon or anti-reflux drugs or even antidepressants, will stop you absorbing it. If that intrinsic factor is not there or it's insufficient, again, you're not going to absorb B12 in your diet or supplements that you put in your mouth. So, you know, this thing is like so widespread, it's unbelievable. And the third problem, B12 blood tests are actually quite expensive. So even if you went to the doctor with classic signs of B12 deficiency, they're not always going to give you a blood test because it's so expensive to do. You literally have to demand it. You literally have to demand the blood test. Otherwise, they won't. It's a case of if you don't do the research yourself and have concerns yourself about B12, the only reason why I had concerns is because my Auntie June's got the same thing. And I was having the same symptoms as my Auntie June. That's the only reason why I knew. Only reason why I knew. But, oh, hey up, Maxable. I'll go after it was good. It was good. I got some results. I'm fully on the B12 injection treatment plan now, which is what I wanted, and I'm happy. But like I was saying, with so I mean, I got brain fog. Where was I? Someone remind me where I was. Seriously. I've got like, that were it. The symptoms of B12. Your doctor won't always send you for a test. You have to demand it. Okay. So symptoms of B12 can be easily diagnosed with something else. Okay. So the first signs for me, I'll tell you me personally, the way that I kind of went downhill. So my first signs of it were feeling depressed, feeling low, having no energy, feeling fatigued. Yeah. They tried to put me on antidepressants and I refused it. My intuition just kicked in and I was like, no. Then the second stages sort of were not only feeling the fatigue, but my skin became really dry and the skin on the heels of my feet started to crack. And before I knew it, I got cracks and sores that didn't heal. They just never seemed to heal. I've still got cracks on my feet now that have been there for a year. It just never hit. Cracks don't heal. And the skin gets really, really thick around your feet as well. And that's a problem as well. You should just be careful of the bugs in it, Alex. But yeah, the second sort of stage is like the muscle cramps. Cramps in your calves, cramps in your feet and your toes, curling and stuff like that. And I actually, when I started with that, I actually got misdiagnosed with gout, which I found hilarious. Seriously, my doctors tried to tell me, when was this? This was about 3 years ago that I got gout. Me. Don't get me wrong, I love my food, but I very rarely eat rich food and I don't drink a lot, as you guys know. So, you know what I mean? I found that absolutely fucking hilarious that he tried to diagnose me with fucking gout. But that's what he was trying to say. And my feet were constantly cold as well. I was like wearing 3 socks. It was ridiculous. And my feet were still freezing. Poor circulation as well. Really poor circulation, which leads to like pins and needles and stuff like that. And it's like all these different things. Oh, pain in joints as well and muscles. And my point is all these different things were constantly being misdiagnosed, and it's no different with anybody else. Somebody could go in with symptoms of depression, they'll get shoved antidepressants. Somebody could go in with symptoms of cramps, you know, joint season up or whatever, get diagnosed with gout or arthritis or something. And then, you know, go in for like poor circulation and be diagnosed with bad cholesterol, you know, and it's a constant vicious cycle of misdiagnoses. But they're not this is where the conspiracy lies, you guys. They are not in a hurry to fix this, because while they are feeding you different pills for different symptoms, the pharmaceutical companies are making a killing. Instead of just giving you at least testing you to be sure that those are the right medications that you should be on. Instead of just doing that and, you know, making doubly sure. This is my point with the NHS. The NHS could save so much money if they just started giving whatever blood tests or diagnoses, don't matter what the cost, if they started doing the right things, it'd actually cost less money. But the pharmaceutical companies, keep paying backhanders and over the odds taxes to keep these services shut up. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm not. And I hate these conspiracy theorist things because half of the time I look at it and I've got Angela by my side and even she's laughing at some of them. But this one, she wasn't laughing and neither was I. This one just seemed a little bit too right and fitting for what it was. They make so much money giving you different pills for different things instead of just looking to the root of the problem to see if there is just one treatment that can be given you that saves so much money. So, you know what I mean? And a lot of that wasn't even guesswork. It wasn't even spirit. Don't get me wrong. I do like to rely on Angela for that side to things. You know, if I think something seems right, I'm sort of there with her like, does that seem right to you? You know what I mean? And she's usually there straight away like, you know what? Yeah. And I was just sort of like, bloody hell, I'm so glad I'm not in that cycle anymore, you know what I mean? I really am glad I'm not there anymore in that place. For me, that was a dark place to be in. To be told that you've got so many different things wrong with you, you know, it made me start, do you know what? I actually started to feel like a cripple thinking, oh my God, my health's failing me, blah, blah, blah. Little did I fucking know it could all be attributed to one fucking thing. One thing. One correction. You know what I mean? And I think that's the most disappointing thing out of all of this. And I'm not on my own. I think that's even more disappointing is the fact that I'm not on my own. I think if you've got a combination of depression, bad skin, and I don't mean like a little bit of acne or a little bit of eczema or a little bit of psoriasis. I mean bad skin where you get cracks that don't fucking heal. But saying that, if you've got really dry skin in general, I would still double check it. But if you've got a combination of antidepressant, bad skin, joint pain, muscle pain, and if a doctor tries to tell you you've got fibromyalgia because he can't find anything else wrong with you, demand a B12 blood test. I'm being deadly serious. Just say to your doctor, I demand the test. Don't care how much it costs. I demand the fucking test. Because otherwise, long term, it's going to cost you so much more money forking out for a shitload of pills for one problem. It's always worth it, you know. And it's like I put on my post the other day when someone was trying to, I'm not going to mention names, and I wasn't taking offense, but I also kind of found it a little bit condescending, I'm not going to lie. You know, I was kind of being, in a roundabout way, not question what I knew, but being fed information about B12 that I already knew. And it was a kind of, I don't know, it just felt a little bit condescending. At the end of the day, I was running off facts, not guesswork. This is what I know. This is how it is. And I kind of put on my post the other day, look, if it helps one person stop taking a zillion fucking pills, just to, you know, if one blood test can help someone come off so many different pills and just get on the right treatment, then I've done my job. That's it. I'm done. I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? Especially if the meds never make you feel better anyway. You know what I mean? My other auntie, who's had chronic depression all her life, and the antidepressants never seemed to work. She, you know, she'd go like 3 or 4 years on one set of antidepressants, and then they'd have to change them. And it's been that way for 30 years. And I'm not being funny, but if antidepressants were supposed to work, they would have fucking done the trick by now. And she was still very much depressed. To come out the other month with, oh, by the way, here's your B12 test results. You've got B12 deficiency. You know what I mean? That's what bothers me more than anything, is when they fucking come out and do that after 30 years. And I feel so sorry for my aunt. I really do. And even now, because she's taken antidepressants for so long, she can't just come off them. She's got to be weaned off them. It's, you know, and I don't even think then she'll come off them, if I'm honest. I think it's been too long. But the fact that she was left for so long with a problem like that, I think that's what bugs me more than anything. I think that's what gets on my nose more than anything. But yeah, It is sad, Elise. It is. Hello, Auntie D. Yeah. Alex, petrified of getting diabetes. Oh, God. Just make sure that you get tested regularly. And if you start to feel unwell, make sure you get sorted. You know, I didn't want to sort of drag on and on and on about health issues today. I really didn't. I just wanted to have, like, fill you in briefly on what's been going on and what's going to happen, and sort of just have a friendly chat with you guys. And it's kind of just turned into a big sort of medical debate, hasn't it? It really has. It really has. Oh dear. Maxable, they give you meds, then more meds for the side effects of the meds, especially. Yes, that's true. It's very true. Instead of just digging deep to the root of the problem. I think that if you're on a combination of medications that aren't working and you're being given meds for meds, I definitely think that you should be talking to your doctor about getting to the root of the problem instead of just masking the problem. That's exactly what it is. So, Nancy, you do look good, love. Oh, thank you, my sweetheart. You have colour in your cheeks. I have. I've been actually sat out today. Kids have been in the pool in the garden, and I've sort of sat there. My cousin came down yesterday. She's pregnant with her first baby, and sort of she came down from Yorkshire, stayed here overnight. She's gone home now. She left this afternoon. But yeah, we had such a nice night last night, and it was just nice having a giggle over like me being turned into a cripple and pregnant and hobbling. It was funny, but no, we had such a good giggle. We had a nice night, and then this morning got up and the kids were straight in the pool, and I've just been sat outside. Like, I was sat outside last night at my table with my cousin till about 10 o'clock, I think, and it was still light, you know. Still relatively light. And then I got up dead early this morning. I've been sat out in it all day, literally all day. I can feel my son that I'm a bit burnt. Seriously. Auntie D, it's so important to advocate for yourself. I totally agree, my sweetheart. Absolutely agree. Maxable, it's good to talk. It always is good to talk, isn't it? It definitely is. Definitely is. Candy, altering our herbal medicine and trying to sell it to the general population. I'll tell you another documentary, if you're concerned about if you are taking too many pills, another one to watch was that it's kind of an advertisement for a plant-based diet. Don't get me wrong, I do think that things like that are good, but I'm not one to recommend it. I'm a meat eater, I'm a carnivore, you know what I'm saying? But it's a documentary and it's called What the Health. It's on Netflix and it's also on YouTube. And if you can get past the kind of veganism kind of bias on it, there's actually a lot of good information out there about pills, about taking too many pills and actually just sort of changing your diet for the better as a way of self-healing. And it, you know, talks about the body and the body's power to heal itself. And I actually was in awe of it, absolute awe of this documentary. It's worth the watch. It's called What the Health. Yeah. Nancy, we're all there with you, love. I know. That's why I can talk to a lot of you lot about this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Because I know that, like, I think that's why we kind of draw to each other a lot as well, because we all know what the dealio is. You know, most of us are going through the same or similar things, and even if we're not, we're just really understanding about it. You know what I mean? And it's sort of, I don't know, the whole thing just like intrigues me as well. And because I've probably got intuition that not everybody has got when it comes to this sort of stuff. I suppose it's kind of handy to actually hear it from someone real who's not trying to fucking advertise or sell something. You know what I mean? It's actually, this is how it genuinely is. This is how I'm seeing it. And my intuition's telling me it's right. In fact, Angela's fucking telling me this is right as well. You know what I mean? And it's like hearing from someone, I suppose, that hasn't actually got anything to gain, you know what I mean? It's sort of like that. I suppose it kind of just puts a whole new perspective on this whole thing, doesn't it? It's opened my eyes, put it like that. It really has opened my eyes. Definitely. Oh, thank you, Diamond Danae. Thank you. I'm proud of myself in a way as well. You know, there's been a few times over the last couple of years where I've just thought, you know what, I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to give up. And I could have been bedridden. I could have just, no, not interested. But I thought, you know what, even if I have to take some time out, I'm still going to try and keep going. You know what I mean? And that's just how it has to be sometimes, isn't it? Bariatric surgery. I've been putting it off several years now. It's time. I think so. If you've been putting it off several years on today, definitely. Giving up, not an option. I would totally agree with that. It is just not an option. Yeah, okay, grant yourself permission to have a little break as and when you need it. But no, never give up. Never give up. Never. No. How is your vitamin D, Kay? Low. Believe it or not, despite how much sun I've been getting, my test said it was low. So, yeah. A few vitamins and nutrients I was either borderline below average or deficient in. So that's why I'm having those 2 extra blood tests, because I had the diabetes one at the same time when they tested for my B12. They did like quite a few all in one go, but it wasn't a fasting test. You know, for crying out loud, I was sat there drinking a Pepsi before I went in, you know what I mean? I was like, well, it's not a fasting test. I shouldn't really be too bothered. But they did do one in with that to see if they suspect diabetes type 1. And what happened was it came back inconclusive. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why she said, we'll do another, but we'll do it fasting. But like I say, I'm being tested for 2 in the morning because they want to see why my body's not absorbing it. So she said, we'll test you for celiac and diabetes type 1 again, this time fasting. Do not have anything between 9:30 at night and 9:30 in the morning. And it is now past 9:30, so I can't have anything other than water now. Seriously. I tell you what, though, I think I'd rather have the lesser of the 2 evils right there. I think I'd rather have celiac than diabetes, definitely. Because the thing is, it's the type 1. It's got nothing to do with it's lifelong. Like with type 2 can be corrected through diet and weight loss and things like that, and better exercise and more water and stuff like that. But type 1, it can't be corrected. That's the one where you need insulin. So do you see what I mean? I think I'd rather a fucking celiac disease than that, definitely. Oh, pray to God I ain't got it. Absolutely praying to God I ain't got it. I know a friend of mine's little boy's got it, and I swear to God, she's absolutely stressed out tables constantly with that little boy. And I feel so sorry for him, you know what I mean? And it's just sort of like, oh God, no. I don't think I can deal with that. Sometimes I won't find the reason for it. Yeah, like I said before, Maxwell, if there isn't a reason for it, it's just a simple case of, no, you know, maybe it's the lining in my stomach for some strange reason. Not that I've been taking anything that will disturb that intrinsic factor thing, but whatever. I don't know. It's just, yeah, but like you say, it could just be one of those things. But at least they're testing. At least they are testing. That's the good thing about it. My son has diabetes. It's not fun, but he hasn't let it keep him from living the best life. Oh, my nephew, not my son, yeah. Oh, that's good for him, Auntie D, good for him. That's how you've got to be, though, isn't it? You've just got to make the best of a bad situation, really. That's how it's got to be. I'm trying to be the same. I mean, I've got a plan now, because obviously I'm on my treatment plan finally. I know I don't look, I'm a bit tired, but I'm absolutely ecstatic that I'm finally on a treatment plan. That is with the B12. I'm absolutely ecstatic. And I can finally start to sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel, really, and know that this how it is now, this fog, you know what I mean? The fog, the haze, that's gonna go. That's not permanent. This is just temporary. It's all gonna go. Eventually I'm gonna feel so much better. The nurse actually said to me on Thursday, she says, by the end of this 2-week full-on course, which is like one every other day for 2 weeks, just once you get to the end of that, you should feel so much better. That fog should lift. And I was like, oh my God, bring it on. Just bring it on. I'm ready for this shit now. Just bring it on. Nothing worse than not being able to do something to help yourself. I know, seriously, I know. I've tried everything. It's like I wake up tired. Well, I have been just lately. Like waking up tired, and I've been coming downstairs, and you know what they say, like don't matter how you're feeling, how down, how tired, you wake up, you have a shower, you brush your teeth, you get dressed, you know what I mean, instead of just, I suppose, lounging. So no matter how you're feeling, just do those 3 things. Just shower, brush your teeth, get dressed, you know, greet the day sort of thing. And it's like I've been having to force myself to do that. I've been doing it, but I mean, it just felt like an effort to do it in the morning because I'm so tired, waking up tired. I'm not waking up refreshed like I used to. And it's just such an effort. But I must admit, it was making me feel a little bit better. I was sort of able to just ping open after having a cold shower. But that's not the point, really. It's the point that I felt like I was forcing myself to do it instead of actually enjoying waking up and doing it. You know what I mean? And I think that that's the worst thing about it, you guys, is when you just don't enjoy doing that kind of, you know, something as basic as looking after yourself in the morning. You know what I mean? Oh, God, it's the worst thing ever. Absolute worst feeling in the world. I hated it. So I was so used to waking up, shower, dress, brush teeth, make myself a coffee, you know, wash the pots in the kitchen if, you know, breakfast pots, or if there are any pots from the night before, whatever, you know, and actually sort of get moving. And it's like I've not been able to do that for quite some time now, and it's really annoyed me. It's taken me like 5 or 6 coffees in the morning before I can even think about washing pots or cleaning, you know. And oh God, it's awful. It's awful. I hate it. Somewhere in time tarot, my sister was born with celiac, but a lot of people on my side got it later in life, but it took doctors a long time to diagnose it for some reason. They had to rule out so many other things first. Well, the thing is, that's silly, really, doing that, isn't it, when the simple blood test can see whether you're celiac or not. I know what you mean, though. They do try and beat around the bush, don't they? Because I think they can shove pills at you in the meantime until it is fucking diagnosed. I do think it's a bit corrupt how it works. Okay, how's your iron level? To be fair, my iron levels weren't too bad, actually. They were the ones that showed up borderline. So it's neither good nor bad. It was just borderline. So nothing to worry about. Let's just put it like that. Nancy, yeah, I know what you mean. Miss Leo. Hello, Miss Leo. I feel you. I feel like that too. Nancy, it's depressing. It really is fucking depressing. It really is. But I keep just telling myself, just force yourself to do it. Just force yourself to do it. You know what I mean? Even if you don't want to do it, just force yourself to do it. And like I say, it's the better option rather than waking up and sitting all morning in my pajamas. Do you know what I mean? It's the better option, I think. So that's just how you've got to be sometimes, isn't it? It's just like we were saying before, don't give up, never give up, just keep going. No matter what, just keep going. Yeah, that's just how you've got to do it. That's like, anyway, you guys, look, I've got some extensions in, can you see? I've got them tied up in a little bobble at the moment, but like, I sort of went out and I thought I've got to do something just to make myself feel a little bit better. So yeah, I treated myself to some, they're just on the weft. I just popped them in with a bit of glue, just some extensions. Seriously. Miss Leo, I have to go, but I wanted to stop by and say hi. I've got to go see my baby girl. Oh, thank you for dropping in, Miss Leo. Oh, it's always a pleasure. Diamond in the hair is great. Looks your own. Thank you, my darling. Somewhere in town, tarot. Well, if you have celiac, your body absorbing nutrients in your body properly, and it will make you very tired. Yeah, that's why they're testing me for it, darling, to see if that's the reason why my body's not absorbing them. Because if it was just one that I wasn't absorbing, they could just put it down to, you know, it's just one of them things. But, you know, because there was sort of 3 or 4 things that I was quite deficient in and, you know, below average in. And obviously the borderline didn't help as well. The ones that were borderline, it's just basically saying, you know, there's quite a few that's not sort of doing what they should be doing here. So let's look deeper. So, yeah. Trying hard. I thought it grew fast. Good match. Yeah, I thought so. Hang on, I'll take it down in a minute and show you. I was finishing this seed, but yeah, I sort of said to myself, I've just got to start doing little things that I used to do that I haven't done in so long. You know what I mean? Just to try and sort of make myself feel better. So yeah, no, there we go. I've got my hair back. What do you guys think? It's my hair's still short, obviously, but I think the extensions are kind of working a bit. I tied it up because it's so bloody hot here, you know. I mean, like, really, really fucking hot. Oh. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, I do like it, you know, I do. It's definitely made me feel a bit more like myself again. Definitely. I do like it. It is me. Oh, thank you guys. Hey, Christy. But like I said to you guys before, it's just little steps now just to sort of make myself feel a bit better in the meantime till these fucking injections kick in. So, but yeah. But like I was saying though, you know, like about the tarot reading, I do feel bad about not being able to keep up with it. I'm going to try and do some tomorrow in the day, you know, and across Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to try and finish them off. It's just I feel awful because I don't want to sort of like promise anything, but at the same, it's like, don't get me wrong, the private readings, I know some people have booked them. Don't worry, you're getting those in the next couple of days. I'm on a mission to get those out now. So don't panic. If you've booked a private, I think it was just 1 question readings left to do. If you've bought one of those, you're going to get it in the next couple of days. But yeah, like I was saying, it's an energy thing. I don't want to give half-assed readings because I'm feeling tired, you know what I mean? But at least I wanted to let you guys know everything because I wanted to keep you all in the loop, because at the end of the day, if you guys know where I'm at, you know, in a way, I guess I'm asking you guys not to give up on me, really. I suppose this is like my attempt at sort of asking you guys not to give up on me. I'm not written off just yet. I'm not. I'm not ready to quit just yet. So yeah. Just that's just how it is. I'm gonna keep going as much as I can, and then as soon as I'm past that 2-week mark with these injections, hopefully, come on, you guys, fingers crossed, energy levels should go back up to what they should be. That's what I want anyway. That is exactly where I need to be. So you never know. I mean, she did say some people feel brilliant within a few days. Some people take a week, some people take the 2 weeks, and it's just like playing the waiting game now. So yeah. Super Scorpio sassiness. Thank you, Auntie D. Thank you. I don't feel very Scorpio today. I think I'm too tired to be Scorpio today. I think I'm my rising sign today. I think I'm Virgo. Do you ever get like that though? Let's switch the topic a little bit. Do you guys ever feel like one day you sun sign and then you'll wake up another day and you're kind of like, nah, I'm my rising sign today. And another day, now I'm my moon sign today. Do you guys ever feel like that? I do. It's like, yeah, I'm a Scorpio through and through, but no, today I'm feeling Virgo. I'm feeling my rising sign today. Yeah, I'm not feeling as feisty and as aggressive as my Scorpio. I'm just feeling really chilled. I'm actually quite tired, but in general, I've felt quite chilled and relaxed today, and I know that's definitely my Virgo. Yes. A balance like a Libra, my rising. Not a good look for me. Kay, hair looks great. Love your hair both ways. Thank you. I do prefer my long blonde locks. You know what I mean? I do. And it's sort of like even though I never regret what I did doing that Brave the Shave for Macmillan Cancer Care, but at the same time, I must admit there is better ways to raise money for charity, and my hair's just and not just that, you know, B12 deficiency, it stops your hair growing fast. Your hair grows really slow when you've got a deficiency, and as you can tell, this here, it will be nearly a year since I did the shave, and my hair's not grown past that point. The top of my hair has never been touched, and it's not grown past that point. So normally when I've had like this length as a fringe, you know, bangs, when I've had my hair that length as a fringe before now, within the space of a year, it's down to the bottom of my chin. And it's nearly been a year, you guys, since I did it. And it's not growing. It kind of stopped growing, if I'm honest, about 4 months ago, which is roughly around the time I started feeling really, really tired. So, but I sort of took one look at it and I thought, do you know what? I've had enough now. It's not growing. I wanted it to grow and it wasn't. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. The extensions are going in. And that's exactly what I did. I went and bought them. Maxable. It's just, yeah, I know. But I'm all right. Now I've got my extensions and I can kind of cover it up. I'm grateful that I've got enough to look like a fringe, because obviously before it just wasn't sort of long enough to even make a fringe. But now I can sort of make a fringe with it, so I'm actually quite happy about that. Yep. Defo. Oh, God, don't throw the cocktails at me, Nancy. Swear to God. Like some of my friends have like said, you know, when are you coming on a night out? And I'm sort of like, oh, God, no. Sit in, cup of tea, go bed early. That's better for me at the minute. But trust me, the time will come when I'm ready to get back on the fucking cocktails. Give me a sex on the beach fucking any day. Seriously. So in time, Tara K, yes, I am Leo, but I'm a rising Virgo too. Do any of you guys, though, actually some days identify more with a rising or a moon sign than you do your sun sign? That's kind of where I was getting at. You know what I mean? Like, do you identify, like, I don't know, like for months I have felt my Scorpio feistiness and that, and then just randomly I'll wake up and I'll think, I'm too mellow today. It's definitely Virgo day. I do get like that. I really do. It's funny. I laugh at myself. I do. Oh, God. Because Virgos are so placid and mellow and, you know what I mean, soft-spoken, and it's sort of like, yeah, I'm definitely not Scorpio today. Definitely not. God, no. Oh, dear. Kate, you are a very strong person. I admire that quality in you. Thank you, my sweetheart. I hope all you lot, well, I've got no doubt actually that you lot are just as strong. And even on days when you don't feel like it, you know what I mean? Oh God, the strength's always there. It's just a case of having to push yourself to use it. And that's the motto, I think, for this week. Not giving up yet. Not ready to give up yet. Oh, bless you guys. You're too kind. You really are. Look at those compliments. Damn it, I love you guys. I really do. Really love you. Okay, I'm a hairdresser. Try taking biotin to help with your hair. It helps to grow it. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I'll go look up that one, biotin. I will look that up. At the minute, I'll tell you what, I'll try, because I was trying to take those, I can't remember what they're called, but the hair, nail, and skin supplement things, and I was taking some of them, and it just wasn't doing the trick, and I was just, so disheartened that it weren't growing properly. Oh, Nancy Kamek, hello. I love you too. I love you too. Oh, I love it. Yes, I'm going to try that one, definitely. Right, and you guys, I think I'm going to shoot because it's like 10 o'clock and I'm tired. I'm going to go get an early night. I've got to be up early tomorrow. I've got to be up at about 7:30 in the morning because I've got to be back at the doctor's for 9 o'clock, haven't I? So my appointment's at 9:30, but I thought I've got to get there early and on time just in case after, in case there's a bit of a wait. So I thought if I go in and I check in early, with any luck, at least I won't be affected if they've got a backlog. Because the doctor's opens at like 8 in the morning. Believe you me, they fill up really fucking fast. It's terrible. Usually when you go in the morning, it's like literally full. Then again, it's full all day long. Yeah. Okay, take care of you. Let us know how it goes. Oh, I definitely will. I'm not entirely sure if I can do Monday Fun Day tomorrow night, you guys. You'll have to bear with me on that one. If I don't do it tomorrow, I will definitely do it Tuesday. And I think we'll do another quiz. How does that sound? In fact, I think I might just finalise it now. If we agree on Tuesday Fun Day, and then do another quiz. Because I think you guys like the quizzes. And I quite like doing them with you as well. So I think we'll definitely do that. But yeah, like I say, people are still waiting on their 1 question readings. They're going to go out in the next couple of days. So don't panic. You're going to get it. And in the meantime, I'm going to wish you all a good night. I'm going to go get a glass of iced water. And then I'm going to go to bed and get some shit eye. Yeah, sometimes I'm not acting like Leo's son. Yeah. Yeah, Christy, I know you guys love the quizzes, so I'm definitely wanting to do that. I might make this one a little bit longer as well, and like make the readings a bit shorter and the quizzes a bit longer. I think that's probably the route I'm going to go down, because obviously like I was sort of throwing about 6 or 7 cards per person. What I might do is just see if I can answer it in like 3 or 4 cards, and then that just speedens it up so I can fit more people in. So I'm going to try and do that on Tuesday, and I'll make sure that I preserve my energy so I can do it. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, good night, you guys. I literally need to go and spray some cold water on my face. I'm like fucking sweltering here. Right, good night, you guys, and I will be in touch with another update for you lovely lot. But yeah, otherwise I'll see you guys on Tuesday night for Tuesday Fun Day. Take care, bye for now. Mwah.